My name is Megan. You may know me as Musy, youtube.com/Musy. Yeah. My cosplay names usually vary. They vary with whatever cosplay I'm in. So if I'm Larxene, everybody calls me Larxene. Or actually now they pronounce it Larxene, and I'm really mad about that. I'm not too happy about that. But Larxene is usually my usual cosplay name, but I usually like to go as Musy. But I do get sometimes called, oh my gosh, it's Musy, and I'm like, oh shit. Usually I don't have an actual cosplay name, but whatever cosplay I'm in. How did you get into cosplay? I got into cosplay through Maggie, who got it through her old friends. The story she told about being in the Naruto, we were going to all be Naruto characters. We didn't have much. I had a Naruto coat, so I was running around in Sexy Jutsu Naruto, half cosplay. The jeans were actually photoshopped to be orange pants. But ever since we started coming up with cosplays, and the same group of friends we all went to our first convention, A&G. And ever since, I guess I just got hooked. And not only that, but I got hooked into Japanese culture, the Japanese music, Japanese food, Pocky and ramune. I've tried ramune. It tasted kind of bitey, so I don't know what the deal with that was. But I do like Pocky a lot. How long have I been cosplaying? I want to say 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I was really close to graduating. A&G had its first year 2 years ago or so. So it's been about almost going on 3-year anniversary of cosplaying. How many cosplays have you done? I have done quite a few cosplays. I had my half Naruto cosplay, which I don't count so much. Then I had my Larxene cosplay, which was actually half done at the time of A&G, which is almost done. I'm going to redo the coat. The coat looks horrible. Ugh. Then I had Misa and Mello. I have Sakura, a young Sakura, but I prefer cosplaying the Shippuden Sakura. I have more freedom to walk around. I'm not limited. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of limited in the normal Sakura uniform, but the Shippuden, I feel like I could be a little bit more open. And I can demonstrate some karate if I wanted to. Then I also have a Rin, which just got made. That one is a kind of half-done cosplay. I hadn't gotten a wig or anything, so I wanted a blonde Rin. Because Rin was classified as a blonde, as a brunette. There's a lot of people who vary on what Rin's hair color is, because the only time they show her is in the manga. They haven't introduced her, as far as I know, in the anime yet. So it's really hard to tell whether or not what her hair color is. We just kind of let it go and I just be blonde. And as an extra bonus, I have a made-up character named Megumi Mizukudo, who is a made-up from the Naruto world, who is a ninja, half cat, in training. So I have like 8 cosplays. How do you get your costumes? I get my costumes from Goodwill. Yes, we're cheap. We don't have much money to spare. Maggie just started her new job, and we don't have much money. So we go to Goodwill when we can. We got Goodwill stuff for the Misa, the Mello, Rin, some for the Sakura Shippuden for sure because of the shirt and the shorts. The butt flaps, we call them butt flaps. The butt flaps we Ray Ray made. And everything else was costume made. Sakura's young Sakura dress was bought at a store. The Larxene coat was made at Joann Fabric from Material Joann Fabrics. The coat I said was at Gabriel Brothers. But we try to go to Goodwill as much as we can to maybe get a base to get it started and then use it as kind of like to add on or subtract from it. That way we're not starting completely from scratch. What is your first cosplay and how do you feel about it and why did you cosplay it? My first ever cosplay was Naruto, but I don't like to consider it my first cosplay because we weren't being serious. It's not like I actually tried. And I was like, I don't consider that my first cosplay, even though I listed under my cosplay pictures on my MySpace. Links in the description. My actual first official cosplay was actually Larxene, and she is the hardest cosplay, but she's the most rewarding to get that hair right. It used to take me 2-3 hours to do it by myself. Then it got down to about an hour, and now it's down to about 20-30 minutes to get her hair done. Why did I cosplay her? It's because she was the only blonde-haired girl we could think of to be in the organization. That was going to be in the organization. That feel of Larxene at first, the hair is always such a big issue. I always bring up the hair a lot because the hair is the most rewarding part. Still cosplay her to this day because it takes a lot of courage and dedication to use your own hair to cosplay somebody so complicated, such as Organization 13, Larxene, number 12. What is your favorite cosplay? Again, has to be Larxene. Shippuden Sakura comes right behind her because I can be somebody who's in karate. I'm trying to find like very temporary stuff where I can just spray my hair, and then if I want it out, I can just use shampoo and just removes it. Or I would just spray my hair pink, you know, just kind of let it sit in there and then spray my hair or something like that, you know. I'd actually like to find temporary, very temporary, like spray on stuff that goes on your hair, and then when it gets wet, it just comes right off because of the difficulty of that hair. That hair, I hope to master. Believe it. What is your favorite thing about cosplay and convention? Conventions are any convention of any kind, whether it's Star Trek, Star Wars, anime, sewing. They're places where you can go, where people can be together and enjoy something they all like, and you don't feel like as if you're an idiot. You don't feel like, oh, you're a nerd, you're a dork. I get called a dork even at work. I get called a dork at conventions, so it doesn't matter. But a lot of people are always happy to see other people who enjoy what they like and do what they like and stuff like that. And you see people constantly like enjoying themselves, and it's that joy of being together and doing what you like to do. My cosplay pet peeve. My cosplay pet peeve is actually a pet peeve that I have with myself, because I'm actually very limited on my cosplay because of my weight. I do weigh 170 pounds. Some people look at me like, you don't weigh 170. There's no way you weigh 170. Well, I do. I weigh 170 pounds. I weigh a lot for a little bastard. One of my peeves, and it's not being overweight that I have a pet peeve about, is those who decide to do people like Riku, Gunner Yuna, Tifa. Tifa, I'll make an exception because there are people who will actually custom her costume. There's some people who will actually take Tifa's costume and they'll extend it. Like for Gunner Yuna, I've seen a lot of cosplays, even the skinny girls will lengthen it out a little bit until it covers their stomach. So while I'm doing all that, I would do that if I was a cosplay Tifa or possibly Yuna. But a lot of the heavy-set girls, for some reason, just want to show their stomachs, even though they weigh 60 pounds overweight. It drives me absolutely up the wall. And I just can't explain why they insist on being overweight, 50 pounds overweight, and showing their guts and cosplaying as Riku. It's like, really doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I don't have a problem with a fat Naruto or a fat Cloud. Just understand that, cover up the areas. Okay? Just cover it up. My most recent cosplay. Right now, I have a lot of ideas for a new cosplay. I don't actually have a recent one. The recent one is Rin. I'm trying to get a Pikachu one put together. And it's not going to be very fancy. It's not going to be the suit. It's just going to be me dressed up in yellow. And with a cute tail and cute ears. And I hope to have another cute prop with it. And not a Pokeball. I hope to have like an actual prop with it. I hope to, when I lose some more weight and pull my stomach in more, I hope to be Yuna. A Gunner uniform. And maybe the concert version. But I'd like to have it modified so that it covers my stomach. That way I'm not showing my pet peeve. I'm going to add an extra question. You don't have to answer this one. It's going to be a bonus question. What is your dream cosplay? I have one dream cosplay. And I hope to, maybe when I hit like 40 years old, I'll be able to pull it off. Because by then technology will be 10 times better. But it would have to be Master Chief. Out of all cosplays, I would die to be Master Chief. Why Master Chief? Because nobody can tell who I am. Everybody wants to see a Master Chief. I want to be a Master Chief someday. And create a Master Chief armor and everything. And walk around the middle of winter with the beam saber sword deal. And run around as Master Chief and nobody knowing who I am. And then like somehow hook up a soundboard in the back. And with a flip of a switch, go from Master Chief's voice, so that way my voice is disguised, to Cortana's, so it looks like I'm communicating with Cortana. But I am going to tag somebody. I don't have anybody really to tag, because Ray Ray's been taken. If Ray Ray can get a hold of him and maybe somehow make a video for him, I want to get a tag on Loki and maybe possibly tag Hinata. There is my cosplay tag. Hopefully I wasn't too long or boring. This is Megan from Musi, youtube.com/Musi. If I find out Loki and Hinata's YouTube, I will also post them in the description.